lovers. As you can see, my hair is very short and lovely. I'm going to be doing my hair while I talk about Guy Shade, and I'm going to talk about why I did not finish this book. I just want to start by saying, Alex asked her if you see this, which I know that you won't. This is a critique. There's so many people who critique others' works. This is just my opinion. This isn't the opinion of the general public, or maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of reviews. I am not finishing Sky Shade because, to be honest, the first part is the book is very boring. I can't lie to you. I was very interested when Lightlark came out because, well, for one thing, I was in college and I was reading it with my friend from college. I feel like I mentioned that in my other video. I have done a review of Lightlark before if you want to check that out. Not Lightlark, what is it called? Nightbane. I was reading it with my friend. That's kind of what helped me because she liked the book more than I did. I definitely did not really like the book. I'm not into fantasy. When it comes to reading, my genre of choice is really murder mystery. So when she introduced this book to me, I was like, I'll go for you, but I'm not really vibing with it. But when I started reading it, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty interesting. It has a nice premise. I'm not going to sit here and explain the premise to you because trust me when I say, even if I explain it to you, you would be confused. But the first book was interesting. It had a nice twist, even though I was able to guess the ending, but that's just a me thing. And I was like, okay, I'm really excited to see what could come next in this series. I feel like it's not the best writing, but it's not horrible. She's not going to die. She's not going to be crowned world's worst author of a romantic book. There's a lot of them, so don't worry, girl. But then Nightbane had come out, I think it was a year later, and I don't know, I wasn't mentally prepared to read it, but I was like, ugh, I'll still read it because my friend is still reading it. I'm curious to see how the story will go because it kind of sort of left on a cliffhanger of what's a girl to do? Oh my gosh, is it Oro or is it Grimm? And I was curious, who's she gonna end up with? Even though I kind of knew she was going to end up with Grimm because of the way that the author has been advertising the book. She talks about Grimm way more than she talks about Oro. And also in the video that I was just watching, she has been doing interviews where she's like Grimm, 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 whatever. So it was kind of pretty obvious that that's who she wanted him to end up with. I feel like she chose Grimm to be the person that Isla ends up with because Grimm is this dark, brooding character, not because he does anything that would prove his worth. She's just trying to run on the train of bad boy, turn good for the girl, I will go to the ends of the earth for you. You know that saying, a hero will give you up for the world, but a villain will give up the world for you. She really is. She took that quote and she said, Munchies, it's mine now. She literally copied and pasted that. Because Oro is the type that would give up Isla for the world, even though he kind of doesn't. In the second book, he's more of I don't care what happens. I just want you, slow your roll, buddy. But Grimm is very much in the second book, he was starting a war to get her back because he's that's my wife. Which, sure, but I don't like you, so it doesn't matter. And the reason I don't like him, if you guys aren't into this book or if you guys have forgotten, he erased her mind during the, right before the centennial, so that she would forget that she knew him, months before the centennial. I hate a man who takes away a woman's agency. And I hate that you guys keep making it out to be some romantic thing. I will say in book 3, he does apologize for that. I think in the beginning of the book, he apologizes. But it took him 2 whole books to apologize. It was probably a year and some change in their time. And also, just because you say I'm sorry doesn't mean you are forgiven. The fuck? Isla and Grimm don't even have a good romance. Can I just say that? Their love is so one-dimensional and it doesn't even make sense. The trope is definitely enemies to lovers. That's not my type of trope anyway. So that's why I was already not really into their vibe, not really understanding what people saw in Grimm. The reason I don't like enemies to lovers is because the man is usually just mean. It's not even enemies to lovers. It's more she has a little distaste for him, but the reason she has distaste for him is because he's a fucking bully. He's just rude all the time to her. And she's like, okay, then fuck you too. And that's supposed to be my enemies to lovers? That's what you're serving me on this plate? And you expect me to eat this slop? No thanks. Anyway, they're actually married. apparently. And I didn't finish this book, but I heard a little spoiler from him, and spoilers, I guess, for this whole video. They end up like actually getting married, like having a wedding and shit. What is the point of advertising a love triangle if it wasn't a love triangle? She pretends that Odo doesn't exist. And you could sit here and say like, oh, I'm gonna stop reading because my ship has sunk. And maybe that's the case, but plot-wise as well, it's just so confusing. I was so confused the whole time. When we were going to do those like random flashbacks, I was like, okay, this is supposed to help her like gain her memories. And at the end of it, we learned that she destroyed a whole village. She destroyed a whole village, but it might have not been her fault. So it's like, why do I care? The whole book is just a why do I care burger. Apparently she's traumatized, quote unquote. But there are multiple points in the book where I'm just like, I don't care, like get over it. And I know that sounds bad, but it's just like, she has no agency. She has nothing. She genuinely is a shell of a human being. So it's like, why should I care? The completionist in me really wants to finish it, but it just feels like a waste of my eyes. It's a waste of my eyesight to keep putting on something that doesn't even keep me entertained. I fell asleep 4 times trying to finish this book, genuinely. And one of the reasons I have been gone is because I was like, the next video I want to do is me ranting about Sky Shade, because I already knew I was going to rant about it, but I was like, this is going to be the next video. But I genuinely could not even get through it. I hope that this video is making sense, because honestly, like, I don't even have a lot to say about this book. Like, I'm just bored. This feels like this is going to be like a very short ramble about why I'm not fucking with this book, and that's it. That's all it is. Just a calm little video. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm so sad and disappointed because I really wanted to give you guys quality. And there's quality to be had in this book. Anyway, I'm going to be selling these books on Etsy. Or if one of you guys want it, I will be giving it away for free. Like, just put it in the comments and I'll DM you on Instagram or something and we'll get this book sent out, because I don't even want this trilogy on my bookshelf. I have so many books sitting in the basement that could be sitting up here on my bookshelf, and I'm giving Lightlark, the Lightlark series, it's time. Like, that's not fair. Boo. Boo. Everyone boo this book. Everyone boo. Ooh, just going out sad. It makes me sad. Sorry, Miss Alex. Sounds in here? This is where I stopped. I stopped on page 37. The way I've been ranting, you probably think I'm on page 100 and something. No, I'm on page 37 and I did not finish. If you want to know any other books that I DNF'd, like, let me know. This is Deja Vu saying this is an important, no, this is a top tier photo card and I wasted it on this damn book. Oh, please. Oh, please. I love you guys. The next video, actually, speaking of him, will probably be that. So, love you. See you later. Bye.